What's up, guys, and welcome to my review for Bong Joon-ho's newest film, Mickey 17. This stars Robert Pattinson as Mickey, who is an expendable. He's gone on a job off Earth in space, and he's doing the most dangerous missions out there. And once he dies from said mission, to collect scientific information about how the body dies or whatever the case may be, they clone his body and they print him back out again. So in this film, you're seeing the story of Mickey as a whole. You see glimpses of a lot of the different versions of him. But Mickey 17 is the version that we're seeing in this film, played by Robert Pattinson. He is unrecognizable in this movie almost. What he's doing with his voice, it almost sounds like he has a sock puppet on his hand. He's just doing such a great job, and really what he's doing in this movie is great. You have another version of him, of Mickey, that's cloned, as we see in the trailers. There's multiples that is illegal, so that's a pretty important part of the story, which I liked that aspect of it. I loved the story of this movie, and I think the great thing about Bong Joon-ho as a storyteller is he knows how to make a movie fast-paced. He knows how to make every scene count. Parasite was one of my favorite films of 2019 when that came out, and to be honest with you, he's just from that film, I couldn't wait to see what he did next. And the trailers for this really don't do the movie justice. The score is really beautiful, and a lot of the deeper themes are really good as well. Now, there's a lot going on with Mark Ruffalo's character, who at first kind of alarmed me. Didn't know how I felt about that performance, but as the film continued, particularly toward the end, I got what he was doing, and I was into it. But it takes a extreme sci-fi route and an extreme political route, which I thought was a little too unnecessary. It didn't need to go that political. And things that they do that sort of bob away from the Mickey storyline. It's more about these animal-looking creature sucker puffer things. I don't know. So the film can be a little long because of that storyline, but what is going on at the core, and Mark Ruffalo is a villain, and what's going on, the real drama of the thing really worked for me. This movie was so entertaining. I love the way it looked, the way it was shot. I thought the visual effects were really good. Some of the effects towards the end, when they're out in a snowstorm or a sandstorm, whatever is going on outside, that looked good, but you can tell it was animated. It didn't look real, but it looked like really good CG. So if that makes sense, it was noticeable, but in a good way, I guess. Yeah, in the end of the day, this is a great movie. I loved this movie. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. I thought the pace was great. The story never stops. It continues to move at an alarming rate. The story takes twists and turns that I never saw coming, but always kept me on the edge of my seat. This is a movie that you always have to pay attention to because there's a lot going on, but I enjoyed the heck out of it. And I'm going to give Mickey 17 4.5 out of 5 stars. Just because that one storyline didn't quite work for me, I loved this movie, and I loved watching this movie, and I can tell that this is going to be really rewatchable. Just like Parasite was a film that was really rewatchable. Robert Pattinson was fantastic. If I didn't mention that already, he was great. All the actors, I got used to Mark Ruffalo. I thought Naomi Ackie was great in the film as well. I thought all the performances were really strong. So that's my thoughts on this film, guys. Comment down below. Do you plan on seeing it? What's your thoughts if you did see it? Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for a review for a little film came out called The Rule of Jenny Penn. What is that? Well, you're going to have to click into that video to find out. You can also follow me on Twitter and or X at RyanKing72 and Instagram and TikTok at KingOfRises131. That's been it for me. Thank you so much for watching my review for Mickey 17. And until next time, over and out.